welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Coming up next.
No single building has played host to more Super Bowls than this one right here. The Caesars Superdome in the Crescent City of New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Hurts throwing right away. And his first look is incomplete.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This now a 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 5. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. That's good for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And the catch made by Hopkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Up the middle, here's Pirine. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man. It's Brown. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on, but the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage, but you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, Their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And out now come the Eagles. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now. But this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Complete. Smith has it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now it's Mahomes again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Third and 12. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. That one downfield for Dotson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC-10. So it's halftime here on Sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This is 2nd and 8. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. And that flag accepted. It's Barkley on the counter. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Hurts. Hurts fumbles it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the option left, it's Hurts. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Brown goes in motion left. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. And they just did not get the snap away in time. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And the result here, a pickup of 8, leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Barkley, inside handoff. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
In motion left comes Brown. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Hurts going to keep it again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. It'll be Hurts on the option. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 30 yards there.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And again, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mahomes finding the talented DeAndre Hopkins. And the Chiefs are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right?